welcome back to my channel, everyone. This video is going to be about I suck at this. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. This video is going to be my parenting advice and tips. As some of you guys know, I am a mother. I have a 3-year-old son, and yeah. So parenting tip number 1, do not tell someone else how to raise their child. Every child is different. Every household is different. What works for your child might not work for the next child. All right, let's talk about discipline. So, what works for your child might not work for the next child. I'm gonna throw an example out there. There was a time where my child was throwing a temper tantrum, and whenever my son throws a temper tantrum, I just let him do his thing. I just don't see the point of beating him. I don't see the point of a timeout. Like, when a child throws a temper tantrum, there is nothing that you can do about it, period. Leave them alone. Let them have their moment. I'm not saying, give them a cookie or whatever, but let them throw a tantrum. They gonna stop eventually. They gotta stop eventually. So that's how I handle tantrums. I've had people be like, oh, your child needs a spanking. Oh, throw him in timeout, blah, blah, blah. No. My son, when he throws a tantrum, I let him throw his tantrum, and that's what we gonna do. I'm the parent, he's the child, and I'm not gonna have another parent tell me how to parent my child. Like, no. All right, so another time, Julius is my son. Julius and I were at the DMV, and he just was not listening to me. Like, he wanted to just run around the DMV. I tried to give him gummies, and he slapped the gummies out of my hand because he didn't want them, and I was just not having it. Like, mommy is in a public place. I'm trying to get something done. I don't need you running around. So after I gave my son multiple warnings, I decided to just give him a slap on the behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, let him know I ain't playing. But I did it pretty hard. Like, I did it hard enough to where he was like, okay, mom's not playing. I had some people look at me like, did she just whoop her child in front of everybody? And then I had some people who was minding their own business. I had a man actually come up to my son and try to calm him down. And you know what? I'm just gonna say this. Sometimes when you're a young parent, people think that you don't know what you're doing. And I'm here to tell you that they are wrong. It doesn't matter if you're a first-time mother. It doesn't matter if you have 10 kids. Like I said, what works for your child might not work for the next child. Everyone has to parent the way that works for them, period. And it's not your place to tell someone how to raise their child or how to discipline their child. It's not your place, especially if you don't have children. If you don't have kids, I don't care if you're a nanny, I don't care if you're a teacher. If you don't have until you have children of your own, that's when you're gonna understand how to parent, because then you are a parent yourself. If you are at the store and your child is throwing a fit, do not feel bad, do not feel embarrassed. If people are looking at you like you are crazy, don't pay them any mind. Just because you see a child screaming in a store, it can be multiple things wrong with that child. Don't try to be like, oh my God, she need to calm her child down. Oh my God, what's wrong with that kid? Da, 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 da. You don't know the situation. There's kids who cry for no reason at all. My son has literally sat up here and threw a whole temper tantrum for 30 minutes straight, and there was nothing wrong with him. Absolutely nothing wrong with him. Kids will be kids. That brings me back to this. If a child is throwing a tantrum in the store, that child could be tired. They could be hungry. They could be crying for no reason. Their parent probably told them no. Kids have feelings. Kids have a mind of their own. Just like us as adults, we have minds of our own. It's not your place to judge what's going on. Just keep it moving. Okay, there's a child throwing a fit. Kids throw fits every day. Like, if you are the parents, however you decide to handle your child is how you decide to handle your child. Don't let anyone make you feel bad because your kid is throwing a temper tantrum. That's not your fault. It's not your fault. You don't have to do anything about it if you don't want to do anything about it. Me, when my son's throwing a tantrum in the store, like I said, I'll let him do his thing. Now, there is a time and a place for everything. Like, if we're in a restaurant or something, if we're in a church service, okay, take him out the room, take them to go calm them down. But if we in a place like a store or something, I'm gonna let him scream his little lungs out, because I'm not about to let other people run me out of a store because I feel embarrassed by my kid being a kid. You know what I'm saying? So do not let other mothers try to tell you how to be a mother. No mother is perfect, for one. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that. No mother is perfect. No child is perfect. Yes, it's okay to take advice from, more experienced mothers and stuff. That's cool, but like I said, it's your child. You know your child at the end of the day. Every single woman who has given birth automatically has a motherly instinct that just kicks in, and you just know what to do. I mean, some women probably are clueless and don't know what to do, that's a whole nother story. But I'm talking about, if you in your heart believe that you're doing everything right and you know what your child needs, listen to your instincts. Let your motherly instincts lead you to do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know how else to really put it. Like, all right, food. My son is a picky eater. He will eat the same things over and over again. Like, it doesn't matter what I try to give him. He just doesn't like to eat everything. Now, me personally, some people force their children to eat. Me personally, I don't have time to chase my toddler around or get all worked up and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to force him to eat. Like, no, I'm just gonna feed him the things that he likes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's not that big of a deal. I'm not gonna have my child sitting at the table just pouting the whole entire time, not gonna eat his food, and the only way that he's gonna eat is if I beat him. No, if he doesn't want to eat something, I either feed him what he does like to eat. Now, okay, it depends on the situation. There has been times where I know what my son likes and what he doesn't like. I'm his mother. I'm with him every day. I birthed him. There are some foods that I know he's eaten before and I know that he likes. And sometimes he might want to go play or something, or there's a distraction that's causing him to not want to sit down and eat. At that point, that's when I'm like, okay, you're sitting down whether you like it or not, and you're going to eat this food whether you like it or not because I know you're hungry. That's a whole different situation. But as far as, oh, you the mom, you better make him eat, boy. No, I'm not going to force my child to eat some food. You don't want nobody forcing something that you don't like down your throat. Like, no, that's not how I parent my child. So if that's what you do, that's what you do. My son loves soda and candy. What child doesn't? I allow my child to have soda. He's 3 years old. Now, I'm not saying I put it in a cup for him and let him just chug soda all day long, every single day. No. But if my child's crying, if I have a soda and my son wants a sip of my soda, like, there's nothing wrong with that. I've had people be like, oh my God, like, don't give children soda, don't give kids candy, da 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 da. All right, it's one thing to, like I said, shower your child with soda and candy all the time, and, you know, it can lead to things that are unhealthy, like obesity and, you know, stuff like that. But we are grown. It's not gonna kill my child to drink one sip of my soda, or it's not gonna kill him to have a piece of candy. Don't let people tell you what you can and cannot give your child. You are their parent. You're in control. If it's not killing them, then do what you please, and that's that. Like I said previously, people will often mistake younger parents to just not know what they're doing, and that's just a lie. I had my son at 18 years old, and I already knew how to make a bottle. I already knew how to change diapers. I already knew that you had to burp a baby. I already knew a lot of things, and he was fine. Yes, there was a lot of things that I was confused on, you know, that I had my mother and I had his grandmother and stuff help me on, you know, a few little things. But as far as having someone make me feel like I just don't know what I'm doing or something, like, nah, that's not cool. Like, it's just not cool at all. Do not leave your child with just anyone. And when I say just anyone, don't leave your child with someone just because they might be your friend. Don't leave them with someone just because it's free, it's a family member. No. You want to leave your child with someone who you trust with your whole life. Like, if anything was to ever happen to you, you want to leave your child with someone who you would be like, okay, if something was to happen to me, I wouldn't be afraid for my child to go stay with them, to go live with them. That's what I'm talking about. Like my mother is a person who I'm not afraid to leave my child with for long periods of time because it's my mom. I have heard people say, oh, such and such goes out every single weekend but has children. Just because you have children doesn't mean that your life has to stop. Monday through Friday with children is enough to make you want to think horrible things. I'm just joking, guys, but for real, raising children, it is no walk in the freaking park. No one gives you a book telling you what to do. Like, honestly, I'm just winging it. I'm gonna be real. The whole parenting thing, like, I'm really just winging it, and we just hope that our children come out to be the best that they can be because, you know, it's one of those things where I don't know what I'm really trying to say, guys. Like, I really don't know. Just because you have children doesn't mean your life has to stop. It is okay to go out on the weekends. Like, it's just so stupid when people try to say that just because you're a parent, like, you can't go out anymore, you can't do this anymore, and it's not cute to do that no more, and blah, 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 blah. People have so many opinions. It's just opinions. People talk. Parents need breaks. Like I said, it's mostly people who don't have kids who got a lot to say. And people who do have children and have a lot to say, they either forgot or they just are, I don't know what to say about those types of people. But do you, boo-boo. As long as your child is taken care of at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with having a break. You shouldn't have to feel like a bad parent for wanting to just, get some fresh air. Sometimes us as parents, like, we have our kids around the house. My son will follow me everywhere around the house. I can't go to the bathroom alone. I can't cook alone. He's there, right there. I can't even hear my own thoughts sometimes. It's okay to have a break. It's okay to get out sometimes and just refresh yourself. You know, your child will see you when you get home. Like, as long as you're not doing anything to put their life at risk or at danger, not doing anything to put your own life at risk and at danger, do enjoy yourself. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.